I am a mom. I am an RN, or a registered nurse. When I came up from Jamaica,
and I'm telling you, this is a great opportunity, guys, because when I get to find out how it works and the training program that we get, I'm like, wow, why didn't I find out about this longer?
Right, but you're busy, you don't have the time, you don't have the time for John Tam. If you got John Tam, go make John Tam money. But you don't have the time to work for yourself and also, boy, this is something you can pass on to your family.
And I'm so happy that I had started this business almost 2 years ago.
When I think about not able to secure a better future for her, that didn't sit very well with me. And working paycheck to paycheck, that wasn't going to cut it for me either. So I know I wanted to do something different. I know I had to go in search of something different to provide a better life for her and for myself.
Good thing about it, it tells you about how you can actually get a pension from this business, guys. This is not a fake business. This is not a scam.
So I thought, no, I have to have a look into this. I just could not sleep. I didn't trust anything online, but seeing this made me think, come on, you have to look into this. I didn't want to say it to my husband, but when I looked at it, the more I looked at it, I couldn't sleep. I said, no, let's have a look into this.
This country, I believe, have a way of just, it's designed a way to make you want to almost forget those dreams that you had coming here. Because you come to the hustle and the bustle and you just always on the go. And you feel like, because I know people may talk to and them say, why, maybe I may not have the time.
With your family, time with your children, time to do things the way you want to do it, not on somebody else's clock.
When we're in a right now, I can't even imagine. If me, you with them grow up, what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
So in my mind, me have to want that me think, why the thought of working for the next 10, 15 years, 20 years for somebody. When I thought about that, I said, yo, no.
And I highlighted everything to him. We both had a look through. And he said, you know what, Lise, if you say you're going to go for something, and I know anything you say you're doing, it always comes up good. So just go for it. If that's what you say you're going to do, don't hold back. Luckily, I didn't have anybody to hold me back. I didn't have any skeptical person behind to hold me back. So ever since I've hopped on, and that's been my journey since. So that's where I started.
Not on somebody telling you, okay, yes, you can take leave, or yes, you were allowed to do this. I am not that kind of person. And after a while, I just got tired of it, having to ask.
And just taking that simple leap of faith it could do wonders.
Flexibility for it to be done from anywhere and at any time, that's even more amazing for me. So
I'm planning for my retirement, and I want to cut back and go part-time. And this business came in just handy.
I will encourage anybody that is looking on, man or woman, it doesn't matter. This is an easy work to do.
And so I just thank God for this business. It's just working phenomenally. This business is just a godsend, ladies. And, I just appreciate this business. And the sky is pretty much the limit with this business, growing from strength to
people,
strength.
When you got the dream, them want to come away. I dig them up because they can become real, right? This business I work, connect with anyone and we can come check the thing out because the thing I work. Your dream them can come true, and I told you. You understand? So maybe this time I feel time, at the right time, I see it right now.
I'm saying, put your right foot forward and jump into it and let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mecca Talk with Kadian and Jody. I'm Kadian. We're so happy to have you guys here. I'm in Alberta, Canada, and I've been running an online business, for the last over 2 years, 2.5 years, I believe, right now. And we're all business owners. We've all tapped into a proven plug-and-play system to set up and run businesses successfully. So we're here this evening to share that with you. I have my co-host, Jody Lewis, in the upper right-hand corner there. Say hi, Jody.
Bless up. Wagwan, how you doing? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another live. My name is Jody Lewis, originally from Jamdown, Jamaica, the beautiful island of Jamaica, but I am now residing in the cool New Jersey, the United States.
I'm in the cold over here in Canada too. We had some really nice weather like the last couple weeks, but now it is cold with snow, so our fake spring is gone. Anyways, we're here tonight because we want to share a system that we've all plugged into. It is made for the everyday person to be able to run their own business successfully. So if you have no experience, if you've thought about running a business and don't know where to start, our system gives you all the tools, all the processes, the systems. It puts it all into place so that you can set up a business and run it successfully. I'm tripping over my words tonight. But so if you have a desire to change something about your life, if you have a desire to do something differently to earn, to be able to spend more time with your family, this system is able to give you that. It gives you options. So we have two wonderful guests, two amazing ladies with us this evening to share their journeys, share their testimonials of how they started in the business, why they started, how it's going. And it's just to encourage you guys, to show you that everyday people are doing this, that we're doing it, and you can do this thing too, really. Anything else to add, Jody, before we get right into it?
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm excited for Lorraine and Atoya, two fellow business owners, women from the island of Jamaica, rocking this business. I'm excited to hear your story, to share with everybody the wonders and the beauties of this online business. What causing enough for join, what causing enough for be a part of it, and I'm hoping that people out there can hear and resonate with the story and actually take that leap of faith. For anybody out there who always want to start a business but just don't know how, you not have the courage for start, or where to look, or who to turn to, or who to trust, I believe that this is the business for you. It's a business that anybody can do, from any background. You don't need no experience. You don't need to be tech savvy. As long as you're 18 years and older, if you're still at work, you're 9 to 5, you can do this business. So,
And our guests tonight are both professionals. They both have great careers and families. Their mothers, one is a glamour, and I'll let her talk about that later. But they're running this business even though they're busy and they're having full-time careers. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Atoya. Atoya is in Ontario, Canada. Most of us are in Canada, and that's just by coincidence. Our business is global, but both of our guests and myself are all in Canada. Jody's the only odd one out tonight. Not odd one out, but she's south of us. All right, go ahead, Atoya. I'll give you the main floor here.
Hi, guys. So my name is Atoya. As Kaden just said, thank you guys for having me on tonight. I'm so excited to share with you guys. So my story, I think every time I think about it, I am just amazed. This business actually found me, unlike everybody else's story. Mine is the reverse. This business found me. So before I get to that part, my struggle was, as Kaden mentioned, I'm a mom. I'm a mom and I'm a wife. I'm a professional, right? Finance professional, and I work long hours, like if everybody else. We work hard, we work long hours. But my wow moment, my aha moment came when I was at work one night. One night, I'm a 9 to 5 job, but one night I was at work and trying to meet a deadline. And my son, who then was 7 years old, he called me to say, "Oh, mom, I'm just calling to tell you good night and that I loved you." And every time I recall it, I feel so bad now. And I sat in my chair at work and immediately just started bawling down the place. I looked around me, everybody else was busy working away, and I felt out of place because my son, it's bedtime. I'm not there to read him his midnight story. I'm not there to tuck him in. I'm not there for that routine. And it just broke me. And it was then a couple of years ago that I realized that this could not be the story that I tell in a few years. This could not be the life that I was going to live. My son couldn't grow up, and at the time it was just him. He could not grow up with a parent who was, never there, especially being the mother. And so from then I decided that, you know what, I had to think about something else that would enable me to have the time to be there with him. And I mentioned that this business found me. So I was never a social media person, right? I had a social media account, like I had a Facebook account, but you know how sometimes people just send you a happy birthday, you go on and you just say thank you. That was the me. Like I only went on once or twice a year and just responded to comments. I was not a social media person. I didn't want to put my face out there. I was scared of the camera. You know, I just didn't want that light. And I was talking to a friend of mine actually a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago, and she told me, "Oh, you know, me have one friend and she doing her own business. Me know about but she is doing great, and she come to work every day. And she talking about this business, and she's so excited." And I'm like, "So why are you not doing this business?" She said, "Oh boy, me not have the time, me not have the time." I said, "Well, link me up with a friend and then I'll have the conversation." And so I had the conversation with that friend who was doing this online business, and she introduced me to the system, to the platform. And it was just a godsend. You know how sometimes we are praying about, Lord, send a solution, send an answer, and sometimes the answer come and we like shrug it to the side because it is not in your wheelhouse or it's not something that you were looking for. I felt so uncomfortable. I was shaking when she told me it's a all online business. I was shaking, but I was more hungry for a change. I was more hungry for something to give me some more time back with my family. And at that time too, my family, my husband and I were really looking about, having another child. And I'm like, I cannot bring another child into this situation because then daycare is gonna run my child's life, everybody else but me. And that was the moment I decided, you know what? Kicking and screaming, I am going to do this. whether it is comfortable or not, I'm going to do this because all my life I've been doing the 9 to 5, I've been doing the 12 to 12, I've been doing the 1 to 1, I've been doing the schedules, and it was landing me the very same place. So it's like, you know what, Atoya, you have to change it up if you want to see something different. My mother always tell me it's a foolish person or an insane person, the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I've got to do it. And that was the moment I took the leap into the online space and learned the system. And it has just been amazing. Like, look at me today. Like, I am here on a live with you guys in front of the camera, and I'm not sweating bullets. You know what I mean? So I am just truly blown away by this business and just really enjoying the journey. So yeah, in a nutshell, like Katie and Jody, that's my story. That's the essence of really what brought me here.
It's an amazing story, and you're such a good speaker for somebody who's not used to being on social media. Like, you're very comfortable, Atoya. Very comfortable.
I've grown.
You touched on a lot of great things. One I can relate to is like wanting to be there for your children, feeling guilty that you can't be or that you're not, right? As a single mom, I totally relate to that because I also had that feeling like I was missing out on too much. And at what cost, right? I'm doing all these hours. Yes, you're trying to provide, but is it really worth it in the end if you don't have the time to spend it the way that you want to? And you talked about the hunger for something different. So many people have things on their hearts that they want to do, goals, dreams, aspirations, and they sit and they do nothing about it. Right? It takes courage to get up and take that leap of faith and to do something about it. And you said it perfectly. Only a fool sits and does the same thing over and over and over again and hopes for a change to happen, right? You have to do something different. So for all those people out here who are watching, who can relate to Atoya's story, if you have something on your heart that you want to do, if you have a goal or aspiration, take that leap of faith. Don't sit back and let life pass you by.
Absolutely.
Yes, Atoya, listen, if me never did in the business already, I mean, hear what you just said, At the fastest minute I sign up. I'm telling you, you spoke with passion, and you melted my heart when you said your son called you.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were, oh my goodness, I can't imagine how many people are going through that. They mafia work long hours and can't get to spend time with their children. They can't put the children to bed, or when they come home at bedtime, and when sun come up, then gone out again. You know, spend the time with your family. You know, so I'm glad for you say you took charge. You know, you wanted a change, and you don't want to bring another child into that situation because you don't even feel like you have that time that you're giving to the one that you already have. You know, so you knew what you wanted, and you're thinking about your family. Think about your family, and you know the sacrifice what you did have to make. You said you were not bold. Disclaimer, let me say this. You don't have to do go live here when you come in the business. But when you come in here, you're going to want to do it because you open up so much when you're doing this business. You know, you become a person that you realize that you're capable of more than you know. Right. And as Tyad say, you really have to think and come out of that comfort zone. Not really not gonna go on for you if you're comfortable to the point where you're uncomfortable. Yeah, you're comfortable to the point where you're uncomfortable because you're so used to a certain routine. It's not getting you anywhere, and you know you need to move, but you just, you know, these are the nudge what we are here. We are
Yes.
nudge. Ataya, thank you so much for sharing your story, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So now we're going to turn it over to Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me here. So my story, you know, I love to quote songs because I listen to a lot of songs, and I'm from Jamaica as well. Migrated to Alberta, 10 years this year, and I was trying to remember a song. It's about my change gonna come. I think it's Sam Cooke. It's been a long time coming, but change gonna come. I listened to Atoya's story. And that's the same thing that happened to me in my earlier working years. I don't know if it's the profession I chose, but I'm always working long hours in Jamaica. And I came here to Canada and started doing the same too. You know, there are times when I came into the parking lot and my car with maybe two other cars were there almost covered with snow. It was so late in the night. So one of the things that led me to this online business is that with all that's happening with the climate here, I absolutely cannot manage 3 4 side hustles and moving from point A to B. When I leave that 9 to 5, I know the 9 to 5 is not going to be enough, but guess what? To be going another 30 miles or so to go to a second job, it's not going to work. And not with sometimes the hours that I used to do on my 9 to 5. Another thing is that I am, and I've said this story over and over, I am a divorcee. I think some people find that appealing in some of the queries I'm getting. Right, I'm a divorcee, I'm a single mom. My children are grown. I've been working for a long time. I think, well, as I said, more years have passed, more working years have passed than the number of working years I have left. So I can't keep doing the same thing, or I'm not going to be able to achieve all that I set out to achieve, all that I migrated to achieve, all that I've been working all these years to achieve. The 9 to 5 is not going to do it. I tried several side hustles though. Since I'm here, I sold cosmetics. I tried doing the tax here and there and all that, but it was also too time consuming, and I wasn't getting the return I wanted from some of those side hustles. As a matter of fact, some of them were very frustrating. So I came across this online business. At first, I know I had social media accounts before, but I've never run an online business before. But when I saw that the step-by-step training was available, and I had a coach and I had a mentor, I said, "How could I can't go wrong with this? It's not as if I'm gonna be on my own, just fighting away or chipping away at this thing. I'm gonna have people to support me." And I saw the community back then. It was a little about 170,000 or 160 something thousand. That was 2 years ago now. I'm seeing over 190,000 of us. So that's how fast this business is growing. And it has been a life changer for me. It's not the regular brick and mortar business, so I don't need to rent any space. I don't need to be opening and closing doors. Um, I don't need to be selling anything. The peddling thing didn't quite work out for me, and to sweat and travel and drop off stuff and to get, it just wasn't working for me. So I'm glad I found this. I'm really glad I found this because frankly, I need my freedom. I don't want to be working until I'm 65. I was a young mom, and so movements were restricted for many of my younger years. And now I plan to do something about it. And that's what I'm doing. Well, I was always looking to find something to do something about my situation. And that is how I was drawn to this online business. Um, the perks of it, some of it I've said already, the brick and mortar situation, the traveling. I mean, I'm able to do my business right in this very little room here. This used to be one of my daughter's bedroom. I can run it from here. I go to my bedroom. Wherever I go, my business goes with me. Right? So I encourage people, get on board. Skepticism, yes, it's normal when something is new for you, but if you don't, I always say to don't knock it until you try it. So, right? So
Right.
I'm inviting people to come on board, check it out.
Yes.
Speak to us. It doesn't hurt. Information doesn't hurt. It helps more than anything. It hurts to not know. Right? How many of us get older and are regretful? I'm just so sorry I didn't find this business many years ago. I would have saved myself a lot of stress. I probably would have been retired by this. Right?
Yes.
So,
Thank you so much for sharing, Lorraine. You're right. So many people are probably looking for something, and if they had found it or thinking that if I had found something like this earlier, where would I be today? And I think I'm in the same position, whereas I wish I had found this business a lot earlier than I did, for sure. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Jody, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, as Lorraine said, you can only do so many side hustles or 9 to 5. We used to think so if we have more than one job, we're good, or even the one. But if you think about it, and if you experience it, it's a burnout. It's a complete burnout, and it's just you don't have time to do anything. You don't have time to take care of yourself, and you shouldn't really have to be working back to back multiple jobs. It's just not feasible. You can take so much. Work smarter, not harder, right? Find another way to actually earn passive income without you having to sacrifice the time and all of that effort. And that's what we discovered and we're experiencing here in this business. Yes, as Lorraine said, yeah, I got skeptical. It's normal. Knowledge is power. It's okay to be afraid and I wonder if this is for me and not being sure. But do your due diligence. You're seeing our faces. If you're listening to this live, that means say you follow one of us on Facebook, reach out to it. Send us a message. We will send you a phone number. You can call we, you can video chat to or whatever, and we will connect with you and share the information. That's most of us that are in this business, how we were able to get in. We connected with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We never did a talk to no robot nor nothing. We connected with a human being. And no robot in our business neither. Yeah, real people help each other get to where we're all like-minded people wanting to ditch the 9 to 5 now work. We don't want to work 9 to 5 for 3/4 our life, right? So we're all in the same boat. Connect with us. Knowledge is power. Better is out there for you. We're living in the 21st century, still our 22nd.
21st century.
Still at the 21st. Technology get advanced, man. You're able to earn online. We see what COVID has shown us.
Yes.
So there's a lot more you can do online now than scrolling on social media and shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and looking at other people and influencers and all of these things and a laugh and use your time wisely and try to make some money for yourself so you can take care of your family and do what you want to do,
Yes.
right? Anybody want
Absolutely.
to add anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Me always have to add something else. I wanted to say as well. It's almost like it's a given that us immigrants must work several jobs.
Yeah.
Right? Some people tell you, oh, I have 4 or 5 jobs. Yes, but you're gonna burn out. Also, maybe why we have to do it, we have commitments back home as well. Right?
Yes.
We're living here, the bills are
Absolutely.
here. We want
And
food here
there.
too. We
Yeah.
want car here too.
Yes.
Mother back home want money too, grandmother,
Mhm.
everybody book list come, everything. So we are under this pressure. So it's almost as if we know beforehand, once you come here, one job is not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is gonna be the second or the third side hustle? Right?
Yes.
If you can only sleep 3 4 hours every night, that what is going to happen to you, your health, in a little while. Work smarter, as you said, Jody. Learn to work smarter. Yes, it's a side hustle. This business is a side hustle that can become a main hustle, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to start somewhere. Don't go killing out yourself. I'm not knocking anybody's side hustle, because somebody has to do it, but
Yeah.
it may not have to be you who is the one doing it, because you may, if you get a good opportunity, then that can be a good side hustle for you. Then it can become your main hustle, and then you can probably ditch 3 or 4 of those other side hustles that you have, and
Yeah.
have the time now to spend with your family and everybody back home happy, and you
Mm-hmm.
can get your house, whatever your ambitions are. Right? We can't kill ourselves to get it, so let's start to work smarter. I think that's my take.
And
And I
it,
and I
it
agree with
reminded
you.
me of I think it was a Instagram video that I saw, and this guy was saying you work really hard, like so hard that you sacrifice your health, right? And then so you're trying to make all this money and you're working so much, and then you get really sick, and then all the money that you make you have to use it
Absolutely.
to fix all the health
Absolutely.
problems that you have. So is it
Absolutely.
worth it working those 3 4 jobs, getting no sleep at night, and
Yeah.
putting your health at risk? You will not get to enjoy what you've worked for. And as well, those responsibilities that you had that Lorraine was just talking about, like they won't get the benefits of it either if you're sick and can't work. So
Yes.
absolutely I agree,
And
Lorraine, work smarter, not harder.
and I agree with this theme, working smarter and not harder. And to your point, Kid, I was actually just gonna make that same point about our health. Because when you have, run your body to the ground, that money that you've been working so hard for, that's what you're gonna dig into. But not only that, like for me, the point that rings home for me the most is when you do that to yourself and you've done all these 4 or 5 different side jobs or part-time jobs, and you fall ill, or God forbid, you're no longer with us. Who is going to miss you? Your family.
Yeah.
Who did you spend the least amount of time with?
Your family.
Your family. Like the next day, you are replaced on the job because, hey, somebody got to do the work. So they will perhaps send a wreath to your house, or, send a card to your family to say condolences or get well soon or whatever. But then they move on. And who is dealing with the hurt and pain of not having mommy or not having sister or whatever? It's going to be your family, the people that we spend the least amount of time with. And with that reality, we have to realize that, with this age, it's time to, be smarter with how we use the time that we have.
Yeah.
And going online is really the option right now to tap into, right? And this business, we've said it already tonight, is like the epitome of online businesses, right? Because it has everything. It has the support, it has, the trade, it has everything. And we talked about information. Do yourself a favor and get informed. That's the best thing you can do. Inform yourself, see what it's all about, see what it's there, and then you decide what you're gonna do with the information thereafter. But yeah, your family and your health it cannot be replaced.
That's real talk, Toya, seriously. And for those people out here who are thinking, but I can't do an online business, I don't know where to start, like we've said it, it's a plug and play system. It's made for people who don't know what to do. Like it's made literally for people to be with no experience to be able to plug in and do this. And as multiple people mentioned, you're not going to be in this business by yourself. You have a mentor for the life of your business to help guide you. There's a support of a global community of business owners in the Caribbean, in Europe, in Australia, in Africa, in North America. I mean, I think on every continent other than the Arctics, there's business owners. So you can connect with people in your area to network with and pick their brain and to help you, make your business successful. You're not going to be in this alone. You're in, what do I always say? Or the business always says, you're in business by yourself, but you're business for yourself, not by yourself.
Not by yourself.
That's it.
Yeah, is a sacrifice. In everything is a sacrifice. If we know always saying, if you want good, it's after run. If you can sacrifice working 2 to 3 jobs, 9 to 5, why can't you sacrifice and make the effort to find a way to build a legacy for yourself and start something for yourself that can replace your 9 to 5, that can give you more time to spend with your family and do what you want to do? That's a sacrifice that you should be willing to make. A 9 to 5 can only carry you to a certain point. But when you're running a business, that's like your lifetime. You have funds to be able to do what you want when you want, even after a while. And in this business, if you have children, they can take on this online business as well, even after you're gone, or even if you get to a point where you don't want to run it and you want to have your children do it, you can do that as well. You can give pitney them your job. You can't say, hey, all right, your time for do this 9 to 5. You can't.
We wouldn't want to give our kids our jobs. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
It's funny you should say that the job where you work, you wouldn't even want your own pit to do it. You wouldn't want your own pit to go through that struggle there. If anything, you want them to go start a business so they can retire you. Not so. Yes, exactly so.
You said it, Jody.
Take that initiative. Take that
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
If you're hearing us and you have been looking for something like this for the longest while, this is your opportunity. Take that leap of faith. Don't just be sitting there and expecting and wanting and hoping and wishing. Take charge. Take charge. It now got up for you unless you take that step. It's
You
not.
do something. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So how do you take that initiative? How do you get the information? What do you need to do? If you're out there and you're watching us, connect with whoever's platform you're watching this on. Reach out to them. We will get you into our information webinar. We have a prepared session that goes through all the details of the business. You just have to sacrifice a little bit of your time to watch. And if this is something that you want bad enough, you will give, that hour and a half to find out the information. So reach out to any one of us, give us your name and your email address, and we'll get the information to you. It's that simple.
Yes. So any last words from our 2 guests that you want to share with our viewers? Anybody?
Yep. So I will just make this one statement. Be the change you want to see.
I love it.
And I'll drop mic. I'll leave it there.
Love it.
Well said.
How about
Lorraine?
you, Lorraine?
Yeah, we talk a lot about time.
Yeah.
Time when you're younger, you don't track time. When you're older, once you get to my age group, every day is precious. But whatever stage you're at, don't waste time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste time on trivial things. Don't waste time on things that gives you nothing in return. Don't waste time on things that will make you burn out. Be smart. Don't waste time on relationships that is causing you pain. I have to touch that too. Don't waste time. Time is precious. Younger you are, the more time you have, make good use of it, because guess what? This 24 hours every day, it goes pretty fast.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
The older you are, you don't know how long you have left. And guess what? Your children have their own lives to live. And I'm talking specifically maybe to people in my age group who have adult children. Children have their lives to live. They will have their mortgage, they will have their car payments, they will have their own children. And don't believe that you're going to be number one. That child is going to be number one, and the bills have to be paid. So make preparations for yourself.
Yes.
Right? Do what you have to do. Business is one of the fastest way to I guess earn or amass wealth. The 9 to 5 pays the bills. But if you're gonna always travel on a credit card, or if you need something you have to use a credit card, it's gonna catch up with you one day.
Yes.
So be smart, value your time and your efforts.
Yes.
Because time doesn't last as long as we think. I think I'll stop there.
And that's a great way to close. And a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people when they realize how they have wasted their time, or how they have wasting their time. So I hope everyone, I don't know why. Here we go. I hope everyone has taken something from our live this evening. There was so many great points that hit home for me. And I hope that if you're out there and you're just feeling like you're stuck in the same position and you don't know what to do to make a change, that this might be something that you can look into that could help you. It's changed so many lives. It's changed all of our lives. And you won't know unless you take that leap of faith, unless you get the information. So are you willing to bet on yourself? Because that's what it is, really. This business isn't going to run itself, right? You get out of it what you put into it. And if you trust yourself, I know I don't trust anybody in this world but myself. You know what I mean? And I can always bet on myself because I know what I can do. I know what I can accomplish. Are you willing to bet on yourself? And if you are, reach out to us. We'll get you the information. This could be something that's for you. And if it's not, that's okay. Nothing lost, right? But it could be a lot of things gained. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us. We've had a great time. Thank you, Atoya. Thank you, Lorraine. Your shares were amazing. Thank you so much. We hope that you join us again in the future. That would be great. Take care, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Mecca Talk with Katie and Jody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.